Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about a movie that takes place around the 4th of July. It is Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, starring Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson. It also stars Chelsea Fields, directed by Simon Windsor. This movie has, it's not just the title that's unique. It has this unique charm to it, and there's something strangely endearing about it. Maybe it's the dialogue, and I'll share some of the lines a little bit later. But Don Johnson and Mickey Rourke have both said this movie is not the one they're the most proud of on their resume. But a lot of people have grown to like it over the years. This is another movie I discovered when I went to the local Blockbuster and all the new releases were rented out. So I went to the old action movies section and I discovered this one. This movie, it was made in 1991, but it takes place in 1996, so it has a little bit of a futuristic vibe. The movie starts out, Mickey Rourke's character, Harley Davidson, he's in Dallas. He gets on his bike and goes to Los Angeles, and they play Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive in a montage of him on the road on his bike, and they run the credits. So that was a perfect setup here. He meets up with the Marlboro Man, played by Don Johnson, and his character is occasionally called Robert throughout the movie, so that's the character's real name. Now, they get together and they head to the local bar in Burbank, and there's this giant airport that's being built there. And the Marlboro Man, this is the future. They're turning Burbank into an international airport. So they go to their bar, and Harley Davidson sees all his old friends, and he sees the old man that runs the bar, and he finds out, and the Marlboro Man finds out as well, that the lease is about to run up on that bar, and they're like, it's a landmark. This is our hangout. This is home. They have a sentimental attachment to it. The old man's like, well, the 30-year lease is about to run up, and the local bank is strong-arming us out. And they want an exorbitant amount of money, like $2.5 million, to renew it just for 5 years. And so Harley Davidson's like, I love this place. I don't know where I'd be without this place. So maybe we should rob it. So he needs help from the Marlboro Man and some of his friends from the bar. And they want to hit up the local bank, rob it, and then pay off the lease. But it turns out the bank, they rob the bank, but it turns out they're not just running money out of that bank. They're running other things too. And so they end up stealing drugs, and they're like, we're not drug dealers. We're not going to do this. So they go to the bank and be like, we'll give it back to you, but we want $2.5 million. And they had a little side bet for $1. Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man had sold $2.5 million plus $1. So they sell it back to the bank, and then they go back to the bar, and the Marlboro Man's like, this isn't going to fly. We should lay low for a while. This was too easy. This just isn't going to work. And it turns out the bank's henchmen, led by Alexander, played by Daniel Baldwin, they show up at the bar and take out all their friends, and Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man have to escape with the money, and now they're on the run. And so they're on the run here, and they end up getting on a plane. They end up in Las Vegas, and the henchmen show up there as well. And these henchmen have these lightweight trench coats that are made of Kevlar, so when they shoot them, they don't go down, so they have to shoot them in the head. And Harley Davidson, one of the running gags throughout the movie, is he's a terrible shot. So, that's one of the great lines of dialogue in the movie is Marlboro Man looks at Harley Davidson and is like, if you were shooting for shit, you wouldn't get a whiff. So they have to do that, and so they're really in an uphill battle here. So they end up leaving Las Vegas and going back to Los Angeles, and they're like, our friends are dead. This is money we didn't earn. And the Marlboro Man's like, this isn't right. And one of the other catchphrases throughout the movie is, it's better to be dead and cool than alive and uncool. So that's what the Marlboro Man tells Harley Davidson, because Harley Davidson's kind of like, well, we got the money. We're still alive. And, Marlboro Man's like, he's kind of the conscience of the two, and he's like, we can't do this. So Harley Davidson eventually comes around, and they go take on the bank and try to avenge their friends and set things as right as they can. They're two friends, and they're drifters, and this was their adventure, so pretty good. And Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson play off each other quite well here, and it works about it. It's about their friendship and good intentions and things still went awry, but they did have good intentions. So that's the basic gist of it. Some pretty cool action sequences, but the music and cinematography and the way these characters and the lines of dialogue just gives it this unique appeal. And so it's always I've always enjoyed it this time of year, and I love Mickey Rourke's bike on there. If I had unlimited funds, that'd be one of the many things I would get. I'd get a bike just like that. So let me know in the comments, what did you think of it? Is it a movie you watch this time of year? What are some of your favorite 4th of July movies? Let me know any of that in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.